either. Oh, still a little sweaty and that sort of stuff. Let me get this continuing to go in my ear though. There we go. Oh, it was 2. Karina, it was 2. Yeah. Let's see. Come join me in destroying my body for science. It is what it is, right? I mean, you know, I'm actually seeing gains, so fuck it. It's working, whatever I'm doing. Today was training though, and then I came home and did some more like weight work. Yeah, I fucked up a medicine ball at the gym. We'll just call it for the gym for ease of language. So I'm not gonna get into it, but like the family kind of got some bad legal news. There were some court cases that would have been helpful for the mom and stepdad, and it looks like that's probably not going to work out the way it is, and that's going to impact the familial financials because Slack will have to be taken up and shit like that. Yeah, so yeah, future plans that I may or may not have had look differently at this point in time. And so I was informed of this right prior to heading to the gym. And so when I got there, I was, you know, I had some excess energy to burn, shall we say. And yeah, I told Ian, I didn't tell him any specifics, but I'm like, you know, it's a little bit of an emotional load. So we're going to work some of it off today here. And when we got to the conditioning part, he said, you know, do you want to ride a bike? You want to like throw a ball at the wall? Like, you want to get some anger out? Let's do this. So he got me a medicine ball, and every 5 seconds you basically rotate from the core and just fucking huck it, one side dominant, and you rotate sides every 5 seconds, and you do this for like 10 minutes straight. I broke the fucking medicine ball. I'm not kidding you. Like, I threw it one time and it like rebounded weird, and I took the like couple of seconds I had to feel around it, and I was like, there's a flat spot. He's like, what? I'm like, there's a flat spot. So I kept going and just working around and like continued. I toss it to him at the end, and he just grabs it and starts feeling around. He's like, you really did fuck this medicine ball up. I fucked up a leather medicine ball. I don't even know how you do that. I don't know what the internal structure of a medicine ball even looks like. I've never been curious, but all I know is that Kai broke a leather medicine ball today. Had a little bit of energy to get out at the gym. Let's just put it that way. So I came home and got some more quick carbs in me. Fractionated barley amylopectin, quick carbs, and some brown rice protein isolate. God, that shoulder's still sore. And lifted some more weights. Did some, you know, like heavyweight stuff rather than like repetitions. I went for high numbers instead, and just sort of left it there. Yeah, Angie, like I said, I'm not that big, I'm not that strong, but yeah, I put some effort into it. Let's just put it that way. Especially a lot of the way that you do the exercise, a lot of it comes from your core. So, you know, I can generate some decent torque out of that section of my body. Local streamer breaks someone's balls. Plaid. And hey there, Plaid. Our little Hulk is growing up. Good guy, strong, break ball. Yeah, it's it's coming along. The strength load, I can lift a little heavier weight now and stuff like that. The strength load is different. Hey, Cassidy. But yeah, a lot of it wasn't pure athletic ability. It was more that, you know, grr sort of thing. Fuck our fucking legal system. This is the second time I've seen my mother fucked over royally by it, and had corporations just fucking trample her bodily autonomy and her rights to not be fucked up permanently, disabled from their bullshit fucking products. And then between the FDA and like Republican tort reform over the last 3-4 decades, basically, yeah, she's fucked. So, well, Duffy, I broke one. I broke one. And so, yeah, the future that I had envisioned, for our family, me living in Vermont and them maybe in New Hampshire, one state away sort of situation, doesn't look like it'll probably be happening as a result of this bullshit. It looks like it'll probably be on a singular piece of land with 2 different residences. I don't know what the fuck I'll have to do, but yeah, some of my plans got fucked by that decision. After she spoke to her attorney today and she called me, yeah, she was super depressed, angry. My mom's version of depression is anger. When she's sad, she's pissed. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sort of, things are very nebulous in my brain right now. Cassidy, yes. I broke a medicine ball by throwing it at the wall repeatedly at the sports performance at the gym, due to some family stuff that I was working out in the gym. But yeah, I broke a medicine ball. I didn't know that was even a thing you could do. I don't know what the inside of a medicine ball still looks like. I didn't look it up. I don't really give a shit. But yes, I did collapse a medicine ball. My mom's version of depression is anger. Kai, why didn't you tell me you were a Latino on your mother's side? She's as American white mutt as you can get. She's got everything in her genetic lineage at this point. Even one black man. Somewhere in there, we're fairly certain. It goes back a ways. Kai always breaking balls. Perhaps you could put a bunker on the property and just live underground like a hobbit. Cat, yeah, first thing I hear is, when I get here is that you've broken a medicine ball. Yep, sounds like Friday. Yeah, I just got done telling chat, like, kind of what's up, Cat, but I'll tell you in more detail, later. But yeah, Kai, hey Len, Kai had a bit of an emotional load today, and he took it out at the gym, and the weights when I got back. Karina, they don't have much interaction with him. My mom is aware of him. My stepfather, I have purposefully kept them apart all of these years. Yeah. He's the type who, I usually take it out on my dick. He's the type, my stepfather is the type who freely, uses terms like hard R and fag, you know, he will literally talk about how these faggots and are ruining America and shit like that, right? So that portion of my life has never been shared with my stepfather. All I have left is a nub. So yeah, he's been purposefully kept from that portion of my life for a very long time. It's sort of my punishment towards him. It's you know, well, why doesn't he like me? Why won't he talk to me? Because you're a terrible person. And I really don't want you in my life very much, but my mother married you and she's not divorcing you. So the best I can do is basically wall you off. And my mother has explicit instructions by me to not share things with him concerning my life. If he's to know something about me, I tell him. It's that simple. Yeah. So, yeah. Should be interesting. It's been a day. It's been a day. You know what I kind of, now that I'm curious, what does the inside of a medicine ball look like? I mean, okay. Interesting. All right. Huh. So not a whole lot. There's less in there than I expected there to be, actually. Fascinating. Lynn, no, this is tangentially related, but not directly related to that. Is it full of crack? No, apparently not. Heroin. I can understand. I understand a little of how frustrating the mesh lawsuits can be. My good friend's mom had major complications with two different lawsuits. The first mesh lawsuit, basically due to, I've talked about this one at length on a previous episode. Due to Nevada state law and the doctor who's on the take, who did the implantation, who maintains the products are all good. Basically, she got fucked on that one. And then she had to have a follow-up surgery, and they implanted a device, and the device was fucked up, and blah, 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 blah. Long story short, tort reform plus medical device and pharmaceutical manufacturing plus the FDA equals fuck you. Fuck you. Yeah, we know we ripped out your insides and fucking nearly killed you and ruined you and caused you constant, never-ending pain and incontinence and shit like that. You know what? Fuck you. Yeah. So. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let's see. No, it wasn't Kaiser Permanente. Though Kaiser Permanente is the reason most of this shit is as problematic as it was. Thank you, Nixon administration and Permanente. Oh, watch your tongue, Kai. Watch your tongue. That's all I have to say. Okay, so let's see. Looks like Nevada's getting permanent mail-in voting. The governor just signed that in. Hong Kong, their park was empty for the first time in 32 years because the police surrounded the venue. They were worried about a Tiananmen Square vigil. happening there. For those of you that want to know more about Tiananmen Square, go watch last night's VOD. Oh yeah, I saw that one, dude. Well, I saw the 7-year-old. I don't know. I didn't see anything about the private trip to the moon. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I know about the 7-year-old. I don't know. That was a weird fucking story about the 7-year-old who swam an hour to rescue his dad and little sister. Dude, that was odd series of decisions that father made. Let's just put it that way. Japan has had just logged their lowest birth rate on record, still collapsing, in 2020. 840,000 newborns. It's the lowest yearly birth rate that they've ever had. It's at a whole new record low for Japan. Yeah, going great over there, Japan. We for real can see the collapse of Japan in our lifetimes. Like that can happen. Yeah, they need to get over their ethno-nationalism and isolationism and start importing cheap labor. Like, they need immigrants, and they're not very welcoming to immigrants. It's like, motherfuckers, you need them more than anybody else on this planet. Get over your fucking selves and start inviting some Hispanics. You need Latinos up in here. Okay? Or whatever your part of the world's equivalent is. What, Filipinos? It would be Filipinos. Yeah. It's going to be Filipinos. But they think so poorly of them that they treat them so badly, and they... God, Japan. You are fucked, Japan. Japan's just fucked. They're just fucked. It's hilarious. Oh, Cassie, for a while now. Let me see how far back that fucking goes. Looks like they started keeping properly accurate logs. Good old Japan. Probably around World War II. It looks like this for like logs that we can trust. So World War II forward. I don't give a shit about Japan to fall. It's already past the collapse point. Tons of data out there pointing that even if they just went straight mass migration, that would reverse the slide that's been started. Oh, well, I mean, the Japanese are fucked, but they can save their country. The Japanese as a people are fucked, but they can save their country. And to be perfectly honest, they need people who know how to fuck. This is going to come across weird and wrong to some people's minds. They need to invite people who know how to lay some pipe. Yeah. That's who they need. Look, your ethno-nationalism shit, your pure Japanese bloodlines and shit probably ain't going to survive. But we can save you. We can save you. You just have to be willing. Thank you, Angie. You know, just the way it's sitting. Let's see what you linked. Demand the Impossible. Hey, I like the name. Brave people, thwart hijacker, hug school shooter, and stop civil wars. Alright. Need to get some Mormons to go there. I was thinking more like Mexicans. Mormons will do the job too, though. They ended their fucking hyper-capitalist system and enacted a bit of that Nordic model. They could probably get their birth rates up. Let's see. Racial homogeny is a worthless goal anyway. Offer space for Mormons, even better if you do the kind that are cool with multiple wives. Blood quantum is a bad idea. Look. I don't give a shit about anybody's race. I'm sorry. I just don't. Like, there's a certain level that I really don't. Like, if you're being oppressed for it, if you're being abused because of it, I'm your ally. I'm there for you. But if you're like, we have to preserve the, if whatever you're about to start when talking about like racial identity starts with, we have to preserve the Kai taps. I don't. I'm sorry. Like, what does it matter? What does it matter? We're all humans. We're all just on this weird spinning, floating, just darting rock through the cosmos. We have no fucking idea what any of this is about. All we know is that we're all humans. We're all born to this planet. Let's fuck. Right? Let's eat. Let's fuck. Let's have as much fun as we can while we're here. I don't get it. I don't. So. Yeah, and quit fighting over the decor. Duffy, that's right. Fucking stop fighting over aesthetics, you fucking idiots. Everybody needs to start fucking everybody so we all just become one big mixed race species. I just fuck. Just eat and laugh and fuck and get over yourselves, humans. It's about all I can advise you on now. So it looks like the Texas abortion ban is going to target anyone who also helps the patient get the procedure. So you can be an accomplice to murder by driving your sister or your daughter or your niece or your friend across state lines to get an abortion. Congratulations, you're an accomplice to murder. I don't know how far they're willing to take this. Are the airlines, like, what if you buy an airline ticket and you hop on the airline, right? Are they now accomplices too? How far you want to do this, Texas? Like, exactly how far? Do you have to have knowledge? Like, if somebody asks me for a ride just across state lines and I have no idea what's going on, am I still culpable? Is this like, ignorance is no excuse territory? How far are you going to take this bullshit? But it looks like they're going to take it pretty far. Yeah, Duffy, does that include bus drivers and pilots? Like, yeah, the person who sold the ticket. I just... Jesus fucking Christ, people. Get your shit together. They basically made a bounty program for turning in people to be prosecuted. Lovely. Oh, that's not important, Lynn. There's more important things, like abortion, right? Like regulating female genitalia. That's, look, clean water for your residents. That's, I don't know what kind of weird fucking communist land that you come from, but clean drinking water to your residents is like tertiary, concern in this country. We've got real problems. There are unregulated female genitalia out there walking around, okay? We need to do something about that. We'll get to the water and electricity maybe sometime. All right? Come on. Get your priorities straight. Caboose, it fucking blows my mind that Kai's not really exaggerating much. Everyone who's had water has water now, but everyone had, but not everyone had water beforehand. All right. Well, if you pick up a hitchhiker, they say they're going to do what they're going to do, and then you let them out of the vehicle either immediately or you're a reasonable person as far as in the direction they're going. What if a person picks them up after they've crossed the border? Again, Duffy, like the hypothetical scenarios, the ad absurdum arguments that go along with the Texas abortion ban are fucking ridiculous. They're absolutely fucking ridiculous. So yeah, I look forward to see how they'll be applying this law. Yeah, I'm curious about that operation as well. What operation? I'm unfamiliar with this. It blows my mind how physically angry this makes me. Oh, yeah, I can't. Yeah, safer than sorry. I had to do it, Karina. The blurry squares thingy, I assume it's surgically induced. Oh, fucking AK. That was bad. It's great. I feel you, Karina. I feel you. If we give my friend a ride who's not a citizen, will they claim I drove them across the border? You know, yeah. The fact that Japanese porn is blurred like that is still fucking hilarious. Grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. I don't, like, that's all I have for you. Is if you think adults can't look at other adults' genitals without, like, I don't know, society falling apart. Your society's already falling the fuck apart. Right? Like, oh no, if we unblur the PP and the vajay, whatever will we do? Our society may collapse. People may stop fucking, and then we won't have babies. Like, what's the thought process on that? For real. Like, that, it just, get over your fucking selves. You're regulating your, oh my God. I'm just, yeah. Uncensor hentai to save Japan. Yeah, basically. Apparently it's more enticing somehow. You wonder why they have a population problem. There's actually a Japanese legislator who wanted to undo the porno censorship because people keep going to jail for not censoring it enough. What are you in for? The Gaussian blur that I applied to a video project that came across my desk wasn't quite enough, applied enough. So I'm doing hard time. Like, are you shitting me? I used too many pixels in the pixelate effect, and as such, too much detail came across. From now on, you have to at most do a 5x5 grid of pixels as a blur, as the standard. Meanwhile, Japan thinks dirty panty vending machines are cool. It's the right saving the kitties. Dude, Japan is just the right. Japan is hyper conservative. Despite all of the weird, like, you know, tentacle porn and shit that we've seen coming out of Japan, Japan is insanely conservative. They're racist as fuck. They're insanely conservative. They're a bunch of fucking ethno-nationalists. They're isolationists. And they don't like to fuck. They've created such a bullshit capitalist system that has alienated the people so badly that they've got multiple generations of dudes who would much rather just sit in their filthy fucking room all day and whack off to, like, random hentai and waifu pillows and shit like that, rather than actually get a real blowy from someone. I don't... Pull your fucking head out of your ass and realize when you're that badly wrong. That's all I have to say. Like, I couldn't imagine being that wrong about something. Manga artists get arrested for slightly too small black lines. Of course they do. Repression makes people weird. It does. I love the Westerners don't understand take, says Sam. Yeah, oh yeah. Like, we don't fucking get that. This country was founded by a bunch of fucking prudes that were so prudish that they got kicked everywhere they went. Everywhere they went. They ended up in the Netherlands, and the Netherlands like, yeah, you don't want to stop here, guys. Keep on fucking moving. Take that puritanical bullshit somewhere else. Right? I don't understand what puritanical thinking gets you and conservatism, what it gets you. Please. I'm an American. I get that. Oh, Sam, we talked about that at length one night on this channel, that male genital mutilation is still common in one of the major developed nations on this planet. The fact that we are mutilating male genitalia to the tune of millions of babies. Yeah. 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 Good job. Yeah, no, I've hammered that fucking nail plenty of times in my life. I even gave my mom shit. I suppose that, yes, I'm circumcised. Like most American males. I mean, it's pretty common here. And yeah, I gave my mom fucking shit for it a bunch of years ago. I'm like, why? You're a fucking nurse. Like, you know better. And she's like, I don't know, it's just the thing you do. I'm like, wow, great answer, Mom. Fucking brilliant answer. You improving my opinion of you by the second here. Holy shit, you mutilated your child's genitals because it's the thing you do. Good job. Yeah, I gave her plenty of fucking shit for that. Cave. Yeah, no, it is. It is actually Kellogg's fault. That's the fucking weirdest part of it. It doesn't have really anything to do with Judaism or the covenant with God or any of that bullshit. It's not religiously inspired in North America. It's from fucking Kellogg. This psychopath thought he could prevent men from masturbating if he just chopped off part of their willy when they were born. Guess what? Plenty of Americans in this community, plenty of dudes, plenty of probably circumcised dudes. How'd that work? Is that putting up numbers? How's the return on investment there? I'm sure it stopped all of you from conducting masturbatory practices, especially in your teen years. Great fucking job. Like, and we still do it. We still do it. We still fucking do it. Now it's caught on culturally. Now it's not some weird fucking like puritanical practice trying to get you to keep your hand off your dick. Now it's actually cultural. Like there are women, and I mean, I don't know. I've never met a gay dude who looked at a uncircumcised dick and went, ew. A lot of us are into them. All right. I've never met a gay dude that was like, ew. I've known plenty of women in my life who their response to the idea of a fucking uncircumcised dick is, ew. That's how bad it is. It has infected our culture. It is normal to mutilate the genitalia of males in America to the extent that people actually think that that is the norm rather than the outlier on a global scale, historical or contemporary. Lube stocks went up at least. Yeah, well. Cat. Oh, Jesus, cat. Yeah, the goal is to minimize pleasure in sex. Well, you see, that's an interesting thing. The vast majority of the pleasure in sex from me as a gay man doesn't come from penile stimulation. Interesting. So Kellogg, what's your answer to that, motherfucker? He didn't plan on, didn't really think about us. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, sure. They still cut your dick, though. Exactly. Steel underwear for butt protection. I feel like we wouldn't want to know his answer had he known. Cat, it would have been remove the prostate. 100%. We'll surgically remove the prostate. Yeah. The guy was batshit insane. he was. You think that would have wouldn't have stopped him? Yeah. He'd be like, we'll just fucking, you know what? We'll inject neurolytics all around the area, so we kill off all the nerves in the area that they may derive pleasure from. Fuck these queers. The guy was fucking nuts. So yeah, he'd just continue mutilating. That's all. Yeah, there's Puritanical, and then there's fucking Kellogg. Yeah, what was up with the Kellogg's? Oh, dude, batshit. I think my ex-girlfriend prefers circumcised for reasons other than aesthetics. It may be for performance. Uncut is floppier, right? Well, it's not that it's floppier. It's just that it's more sensitive. More pleasurable for the male. But more sensitivity leads to potentially shorter performance times. But again, you can work around that pretty effectively. There's multiple coping strategies for that, for any problems that may arise from that. It's not difficult to do. So it's still bullshit at the end of the day. Oh yeah, no. Mistopheles, it is that way still. It is. I have heard stories from associates over the years. Some nightmare stories too, that they explicitly told them they don't want their son circumcised, and the son comes back circumcised. Yeah, the hospitals just do it automatically. By the way, they actually sell the bio-waste of the foreskins. Hospitals sell that stuff. So there's profit incentive built in too. God, we're fucked. Hey, Kant. Yeah. So what else you got for me to be angry at today? Casual? Do you really want to know? Makeup. I'm not kidding. Collagen. Makeup. Yeah, there's me, Trey. Cosmetics. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Baby dick. Hey, Crystal. Oh, Crystal, I broke a medicine ball at the gym today. Slamming into the wall. Gonna need a breen for that. It's been a rough day emotionally. I've got some anger I'm working through. Let's just put it that way. And so yeah, that's what I did today at the gym. Crystal, is I broke a fucking medicine ball. I didn't even know you could do that, by the way. Angie, I know a little bit about the dark world of medical waste profits, but I'll save that for a private discussion. Fair enough. In the future, when I quote you, I will refer to you as a nameless source, or an unnamed source, or a source that wishes to remain private. So everybody remember that. That's Angie. I mean, they're not that huge of enhancements, Crystal, but I mean, yeah. It's not like that. There was some news on the familial level today that no matter who got that news, they would be a little disrupted by it. Yeah. My thoughts about what's going on in Belarus. Also wrong equipment for the job. Yeah, Duffy, apparently so. I don't know. Hey, they put it in my hands. They told me what to do. It's on them. Your thoughts about what's going on in Belarus right now? The rise of right-wing populist fascism and authoritarianism in across the world, but especially in Eastern Europe, is not unfamiliar on the historical scale. This isn't the first time we've seen this. Poland's making moves right now too. Keep your eye on both Belarus and Poland. So yeah, what are my thoughts? 1, not surprised. 2, following a pattern. And 3, not surprised. Fuck Lukashenko. Could be worse. Could be, oh god, what's his name? Gurban Guli Bernie Muhammadov, or whatever the fuck that crazy horse fucker's name is. Yeah, could be him. But yeah, they're all kind of pieces of shit anyway, so. Fair enough, Crystal. Wither, you missed a fair amount, actually. Yeah. But yeah, it's and Hungary, I might add. Yes, Khan. Hungary, dude, Hungary's always a thing. Oh, and Turkey. You know, I mean, there's that entire contingent is, you keep your fucking eye on them, and you can set your watch basically to when they have some like right-wing craziness. It's just part of the pattern, as it were, for that region. So fascists are popping up everywhere. That is actually a thing. The rise of right-wing nationalism has been a trend on a global scale for a little bit now. Like, 15 years? 20? Yeah. I mean, as far as like geopolitical and nation-state scales go, 15 to 20 years is nothing, right? That's only a few administrations for most places. But the truth of the matter is that, yeah, right-wing nationalism with authoritarian tendencies has been on the uptick on a global scale for quite some time now. And Eastern Europe is just, you know, doing their brand of it. That's all. Wasn't Turkey's army the only thing that could stop them from going full fascist for a long time? And then they finally got enough support for it in the military hierarchy. Like, their military has done multiple coups in the past and then returned the government to the people. I mean, look, Turkish history is not my strong suit. The Ottoman Empire, I put minimal effort into studying, but yeah, because the last time that happened worked out so well for Europe. Hey, Elliot. Yeah. Oh. It's a pendulum. It's always a pendulum, Karina. Yeah. But yeah. So, what else? So you know about the 215 bodies of children found in Canada, and I've mentioned how that's a typical thing for residential schools. Ireland had massive amounts of that over the last 2 decades or so. So basically a good portion of the residential schools on a global scale were owned and operated by the Catholic Church, by the Vatican, right? the Vatican refuses to release documents, and the Canadian federal government destroyed 15 tons of paper documents relating to the residential schools between 36 and 44. So, like 200,000 Indian affair files, stuff like that. Right? So the Vatican was like, no, we're not releasing the files. And the Canadian government's like, we don't have anything. Are overall right-wing powers losing their numbers overall, though? No, they're not. I mean, that's the thing is, I mean, Russia's gaining in that regard. Poland's gaining in that regard. Hungary's gaining in that regard. Fucking Belarus is gaining in that regard. I mean, the Middle East is already that way. Like, that's just the way they are. Yeah, I mean, the entire Eastern Bloc, to some extent or another, is... I mean, what, like maybe the Czech Republic, Czechia is an outlier in that regard. They seem to have liberalized to a certain extent, but everybody else definitely holds on to their old tendencies. Croatia straight up pays the Vatican, and the church is the biggest private landowner. Say, that's, yeah. That entire region is special. So, yeah. I mentioned the other night that Mexico has an upcoming series of elections. And so political assassinations have, you know, been active. So far, Mexico is counting 88 political assassinations of politicians running for office. All right. Political assassinations for the upcoming elections. 88 political assassinations. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. Imagine if Canada or the UK or the US or Australia, you know, had 88. Like, it's going to be 90 or 95 before the elections get here. That number is going to keep climbing. It's been climbing. It's not like that number's static. There's going to be like 90 or 95. Imagine if the U.S. had 100 political assassinations running up to a fucking election. Holy fuck. Yeah, Mexico's had 88 so far for this election cycle. That's true sourcing. And we'll do that. Call me morbid, but also not surprised. Yeah, I'm not that terribly surprised either, to be perfectly honest. So coming from a technology point of view, if you've ever wondered why artificial intelligence vision systems within a auto driving within an autopilot system we keep saying like it's a 1 year out, 2 years out, and it keeps getting slid. It's because we keep getting edge cases like this. This is going to be a fun one. Watch your screen. It's a Tesla autopilot system seeing like just traffic light after traffic light after traffic light. It's driving behind somebody who is transporting traffic lights. And so the car, if it weren't on manual mode, would be freaking the fuck out because it just continually sees traffic lights nonstop in front of it. And it just keeps instancing them. Yeah. Just wanted you to see that. Just wanted you to see that. Argentina. Is premarital here? Is premarital here? Is premarital here? I don't think premarital's here. We're going to talk about Argentina, and premarital isn't actually here. Fucking A, premarital. Cassidy, brake. It treats it as a stop sign. Yeah. It considers the lights to be out, which is a four-way stop scenario. It brakes. It treats it as a stop sign. Fair enough, Kant. Yeah, I get you. I assumed. Just want to be sure. Yeah. Why not AI trains and tracks instead? They can track everyone else also on the tracks. The U.S. isn't a fan of trains. Oh, all right. Fair enough, Rev. We'll go back and do all of the headlines that we've already done for you. I'm sure everybody will be fine with that. So Argentina has freaked the fuck out about this dark ships. Okay. Basically, what they've found is recently they found that vessels logged over 600,000 hours off their coast with their identification and beacon systems turned off, making their movements untrackable. And so they did a quick survey and they did some manual surveillance and these sorts of things, and they came up with an estimate that they think over the past maybe year, these vessels have logged over 600,000 hours fishing illegally off their shores. Now, we have no confirmatory evidence as to what nation state may be illegally fishing in Argentina's territorial water. It's China. It's fucking China. Everybody knows it's fucking China. It's China. Everybody knows this. There isn't a person on this planet that's looked into this story and been like, oh, well, maybe that's fucking Sweden. It's China. Yeah, Duffy starts to get Chinese trawlers to save the ocean. They get caught doing this all the time. Man, China just doesn't give a shit about their reputation. They really don't, apparently. Like, they don't understand how to apply soft power. Like, they really don't understand it. Like, they don't get it, apparently. Like, they're doing all this work to try and gain soft power, and then they just piss it away by doing stupid shit like this. 800 foreign vessels. China, Taiwan, maybe some South Korea. You know, yeah. Have you considered to be East Taiwan? No worries, Kant. Take care of yourself. Sleep well. So yeah, the automatic identification chips systems are turned off, and yeah, they apparently they're traveling there to fish Argentine specific species, such as like the short fin squid and the Argentine red shrimp. And so, yeah, they're basically fishing illegally in Argentina's exclusive economic zone. And, you know, yeah. A conservation NGO called Oceana published a report. 800 foreign vessels racked up a combined 900,000 hours fishing within 20 nautical miles of the EEZ. But they found that in the EEZ, they racked up 600,000 hours. So they managed to do 900,000, basically skirting the border to a certain extent. And then they went and did 600,000 hours worth inside the border. And that's the NGO's, like, conservative estimate. Yeah. So Argentina's commercial fishing industry accounts for 3.4% of the country's GDP and is worth $2.7 billion to them. $2.7 billion to a country like Argentina is not a small fucking number. You're fucking around with shit at that level. All right? That's real money for them. I know it's jaded American talk when we start being like 2.7 billion is nothing. It's not. Our government drops that like that. But for Argentina, $2.7 billion is real money. And yeah, those fishing vessels are fucking around with it. And they don't give a shit about ecological collapse. They don't care about fishing limits. They don't care about any of that shit. So they will destroy the native population in the area and then just move on like the fucking vultures that they are. So yeah, I think you're in territorial waters. Honestly, yeah, sink them. See what happens. See if they keep showing up. Look, you sink like 3, 5, 12 of those fucking vessels. You know what? They'll probably go up north to like Peru's territorial waters or something. You know, they'll fuck off. Is there anything the UN could do? Yeah, the UN could issue a strongly worded statement to China, stating that they are not to do this in the future. That's what the UN could do. As far as any measures being passed, unfortunately, China is a veto vote on the Security Council, so anything that we send their way as far as actual sanctions will be immediately vetoed. So yeah, that's what the UN can do. They can send a strongly worded letter. The UN can basically do what you and I can do. UN needs a hey public, I'm sorry for any shit fuckery that I warned you coming in last night when I raided. I knew that I had a few in tow. That's why I was like, dude, just ban them. Just fucking ban them. I hope my raid didn't cause too much disruption for you. Sorry about that. Sam, they were running dark. I'd just be like, what vessel? We have no idea what you're talking about. Was there a vessel here? Oh, it's interesting. Was there a vessel in our territorial waters? Interesting. Yeah, make them confess to fishing in your territorial waters first. Like, otherwise, yeah, no, they were running dark. No way to identify the vessel. They had no identification systems running. We merely thought that it was potentially a breach of our national defenses, and I mean, we're concerned about terrorism in these parts of the world, so, we took the necessary security actions that we felt fit. Was this one of your vessels? Yeah. Public. Nah, the chuds were fine, as long as no slurs, I don't really care, and thanks. No worries. Okay, I'm glad they didn't stir the pot too much, public. Yeah, we did a military exercise. We weren't aware of any civilian vessels in the area. Yeah, only pirates don't identify themselves. Like, I would just fucking play dumb to China. Like, we all know it's Chinese vessels. Just fucking drop them and be like, what? Oh, are they yours? Well, they're at the bottom of the ocean in our economic exclusion zone, so you're going to have to apply to a permit to come get them. And by the way, there's remediation costs as well. So if you want to claim them, we will be taxing some of your foreign investments in this area as well to cover those charges for remediation. People need to just start playing hardball in these sorts of scenarios. Look. If we were running an anarchistically organized system, a lot of this shit wouldn't be a problem. But this is not the system we're running, is it now? So shit operates differently. Like, yeah, they're going to grow a nice reef to help repopulate the local fish populations. Fuck off. Hey, Overlord Punk. Yeah, it's like, look. Yeah, capitalism is capitalism. Like, neoliberal capitalism is going to do a neoliberal capitalism. Fuck around with $2.7 billion and find out. Like, I'm surprised more countries aren't just starting to... We're going to see more and more of that, though. This coming decade, we're going to see more and more of that. Countries just willing to, like, hip check China like that and be like, you know what? Fuck off. What's China's response to illegal fishing in their waters? Karina, military response. 100%. They fly a sortie and they send out military vessels. Yep. It's a full-blown militaristic response. Here, you'd get the Coast Guard, which, I mean, technically is a part of our military, but they're way more chill. Of course, these days after the drug war, they have, like, a lot more armaments. Tit for tat, it's just game theory. Am I a communist? No, I'm an anarchist. Afterlife, Jason. Sorry, I saw the J in Afterlife. I was like, it's Jesus, isn't it? Jason, no, I'm an anarchist. First and foremost, technically a post-left, post-anarchist, but I'm not doing the explanations today. And then they arrest you and probably harvest your organs after a lengthy torture session. Yeah, I don't know why countries just don't start treating them the way they treat everybody else. But we're going to see more and more of that as China ruins their reputation on a global scale and they have a demographic collapse and their economy is not situated to actually handle that economic collapse. And their energy, the energy distribution fracturing that's going to occur is going to fuck them. The shit China's been getting away with for the last bunch of years, they're not going to get away with anymore in the next decade or so. People who've gotten shot for stealing lobster traps in New England, China better stay back. Yeah, I remember fucking trap poaching off the waters of Maine in New England. Motherfuckers don't come back from that. I'm not kidding you. Shit happens down in the Gulf too. Louisiana is pretty notorious for that sort of thing. Poach a dude's crawfish trap and see what happens. Water's full of fucking alligators. Yeah. Oh, it just disappeared. Yep. Fuck around. Find out. Oh, there, Cassie. Same thing happens here in Louisiana. Yeah. People don't fuck around here. Yeah. No, there's the cold waters of the North Atlantic and the crocodile-infested waters of the Gulf Coast, right? Fuck around and find out. Straight up. Why am I an anarchist? A confluence of factors led me to this position in my life, but we're not going to go through the story of Kai, as it were. But the long and short of it is that as far as education, mutual aid, community organizing, and activism go, anarchism holds the most salient and common sense answers of any political ideology or network of ideas or philosophy or series of direct action possibilities that I have found in my travels and comparative studies over the years. Ask more if you want. I lost him in the lake last week like my gun. Why not a federalist? How is having no government being common sense? Well, I'll take question one and I'll just... We're not doing anarchist theory today. I'm too today. So why not a federalist? Because Lord Acton. That's why. Go look that answer up. Rev, exactly. It's Friday, damn it. Look, I worked hard. I put in fucking work this week on the streams. We did big brain stuff this week. And after the day I've had, look, I'm not gonna be arsed to do a whole lot of theory for people. Public, it's Friday? Damn, I don't never keep up with the calendar. Well, that's what you have me for, Public. It is, in fact, Friday. It is Bad Movie Night tonight on the Discord server. I think we're going to stack the deck. We're going to do Birdemic 2, The Resurrection. So for those of you who stuck around last week and saw Birdemic, we are doing the sequel. And then I think we might do a Neil Breen movie. We will continue in the list. We already did Double Down, and then we did I Am Here Now. So the next one in the series is Fateful Findings. That's the 2013 one. So we will do that. We'll probably do Birdemic 2 and then do another Neil Breen movie after that. So if you want to join us for Bad Movie Night on the server, then by all means. Oh, Jesus Christ! Do you think the moon landing is real? Yes, we placed we placed multiple retro reflectors on the moon, in which you could shine a laser beam, and using basic computing, a little bit of geometry, and some CMOS sensors, you could check the refractive index of the laser bounced back from the surface of the moon on a man-made object. Many universities, many students, and many people across the globe have participated in this particular form of empirical exercise over the years. We went to the fucking moon. Jesus fucking Christ, people. Hey, Swede. Even China has pictures of where the landing occurred. You know, if they had evidence we didn't land there, it would come out. Yeah, the Russians monitored the entire event. The Chinese monitored the entire event. Like, if there were anybody who would call us out on some bullshit, it would have been them. They have nothing. Me try. Yeah. Yeah, while shaking their fists. Exactly, Public. Damn you, America. Yeah. It fucking happened. I'm astounded that people believe the moon landing was faked. You have to be epic grade dumbass to believe shit like that. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Everybody knows what that's code for in Kai's language. Anarchism is an inherently left-wing set of philosophies and ideals. It just is. The only anarchists that you'll find on the right are usually ANCAPs, and as we always say on this channel, ANCAPs don't exist. That's not a thing. It's not a thing. It's a misnomer. It's poorly executed, inorganic, bad faith, linguistic cover attempted in an attempt to provide you room to breathe, because your actual political ideology is neo-feudalism, and it's such a shit position that you can't that you don't want to inhabit it. So you look for linguistic cover elsewhere, and that's what ANCAPs do. They attempt to co-opt other terminology that they do not actually apply or understand in any way, shape, or form. So there's that. Hey, without adjectives. There are people who think that forests are a hoax. Rev, do you have anything on that? Do you have more on that? Having grown up in a forest, like literally surrounded by it in Vermont, there are... How fucking stupid do you have to be to think that forests are a conspiracy? Fuck me, people are stupid. Without, yeah, you can. I just, Oh, God. Oh, fuck me. Alright, they're dumb as sticks. Alright, that qualifies everything. Oh, Jesus Christ. Fuck you, Cassidy. Alright, I love you, Cassidy, but fuck you. Fuck you for making me know that this exists. Alright? That's... I'm sorry, but fuck you. Flat Earthers have a wild new theory about forests. What it means to believe that real trees no longer exist. No forests on flat Earth. An incredible new theory proposed last month. When is last month? Oh God, this is September of fucking 2016. Oh, thank God I made it this long without knowing this exists. It's I don't need the play-by-play. Just give me the fucking brass tacks. They make us think that this is a forest. What you're actually looking at are 30-meter bushes. Apparently, forests were destroyed thousands of years ago in a cataclysmic event that destroyed 99% of Earth's biosphere and took away the real forests. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm closing this tab. I'm closing this tab. Cassidy, I feel you. If I were burdened with knowing this, trust me, I would make it known to all of you, just so I would be alone in knowing that. God damn, people are fucking stupid. I'm not going to get into that without adjectives. I have thoughts and feelings on that, but I'm not going to get into it. Can't see the curve. Trees are fake. Yeah, Cave. Can't wait to see what you'll be next month. That's my feelings on that. Well, some of them. How do you not believe in something that... Oh, fucking A. I'm not going to get into semantics. Now you're just getting one step closer to anarchism, Techno Chris. You mean you do understand that anarchy, anarchist, anarchism is all derived from Greek, that the Greek anarchos, and without archos meaning leader or ruler, right? You're just literally, you're like, I don't believe in anarchy, but how about anarchy? You're just heading in that direction. So why don't you just get on board and understand that inevitably people who are chosen to represent your interests will never truly represent your interests. And the only person who can truly represent your interests are yourself. And so utilizing a direct democracy, grassroots, ground up hierarchical organizational method is probably the only way to end run that result. This is why I said reason, Lord Acton. If you didn't look it up and you don't know who Lord Acton is, you've probably heard Lord Acton's most infamous quote before. Power tends to corrupt. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. This is why I said Lord Acton. All right. The fact of the matter is that inevitably, inexorably, like the sands of fucking time, if you put somebody in charge of your affairs, they will abuse it. It's just the way of human nature. So you should take that into account when building and defining your system. Welcome to anarchism. Oh, Jesus Christ, Overlord. Mind Earth theory. Oy vey. That's why exactly why I mentioned it, Rev. Yeah, if I'm saddled with this bullshit, so shall you be. I respect it, Rev. Mistopheles, proof that the internet is making people dumber. Yep, basically. Jeez, Angie. Cave. I mean, we've all seen the fake trees, but they're not forests. They're cell towers in urban environments. I'm guessing that's what you're referring to, Cave. I mean, they're cellular towers in urban environments, and they don't comprise forests worth, right? Like, you go to fucking Redwood Forest, or, I mean, just the Appalachians, any actual forest, and be like, these are all fake. What? Oh, you're adorable, Chris. Oh, okay. So you mean the Office ones? All right, fair enough. Yeah, exactly. Oh, great burn. Oh Lord, do you even understand the roots of your own ideology? Do you understand where modern conservatism finds its roots? Are you familiar at all with the French Revolution? Do you understand Burkean philosophy? Because I find most conservatives have no idea why they're conservative. They have no idea where conservatism comes from. They have no concept of the political science or theory behind their own espoused ideology. I also find most conservatives aren't quite as conservative as they think they are. So I presume you've read all the Federalist Papers then? So tell me about Burkean philosophy. Please explain to me how modern conservatism finds its roots in Burkean philosophy and what the ramifications of the Burkean influence upon modern conservatism is. Then we can begin to have this conversation. Because I understand my theory, I understand my philosophy, but I find that a lot of people who have critiques of mine and espouse their own don't understand their own, let alone mine. So I'm just going to establish some baseline knowledge here really quickly. Yeah, traditional conservatism all finds its roots in Burkean philosophy. Quick, Google. Though you should be using DuckDuckGo. Quick. Still waiting on that answer. What are the roots of modern conservatism? Why do they find the roots of modern conservatism in Burkean philosophy? What is Burkean philosophy? What did Edmund Burke have to do with influencing modern conservatism? What does that have to do with the French Revolution? Hell, I'll take answers to any or all of these. See, this is the thing. If you're going to espouse one ideology and critique another, you have to have an understanding of your own ideology before you critique the other. Oh, deflection. Wonderful. Wonderful deflection. Mwah. Chef's kiss. That would be good for a fucking sound clip, actually. Elliot, that's yeah. Countdown clock clip. He's an excellent boxer. Flawless pivot. Oh, really? Okay. Do you want to hear Burke himself, or do you want analysis of Burke? You just let me know. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll just let him answer. All right. Let me get a few lined up just in case. Let's do part one. Let's actually, you know what? Early life, late life. Sam. Something fun. Something fun from Edmund Burke. He actually had stuff that wasn't, like, that was pre-French Revolution and in his early philosophy writings that actually was halfway decent. He wasn't such a dickhead at that point. Let's see. We could do... Yeah, let's go with that. All right. Time's up. You want to phone a friend? All right, so let's see. Sam. All right, cool. I will do Edmund Burke a service, and I will read from his early philosophical writings, and show you that, like, you know, he was a halfway decent philosopher, or at least he understood the process. But after the revolution in France and his writings, reflections on the revolution, or reflections on the revolution in France, it basically, and then oh God, what did he write? It was letters on regicide. Was that the whole? I think it was letters on regicide piece or something. Burke, letters on regicide piece. Yeah, letters on regicide piece. Is the actual, yeah, that's the one. Okay. There we go. All right, so I will do him a service and read something from his early readings and then maybe give a clip from later. Pick a number. Hey, Sam, pick a number, say... Pick a number 1 through like 20. And I'll just grab a random section based off of that. Yeah, that's for Sam. It's his redemption. 13. Cool. 12, 13. So this is from volume the first out of the works of the Right Honorable Edmund Burke. It is a 12 volume collection. He was a fairly prolific writer. This is from section 13, but it is from part 1 in those writings. I will read section 13, which is entitled Sympathy. Keep in mind, this man was a philosopher. And so, yeah, first and foremost, his political writings came later. I literally just said I'm going to read a section. It's a paragraph or 2, depending on how you break it. Maybe 8 to 12 sentences. I don't know why that matters, though. Section 13, Sympathy. It is by the first of these passions that we enter into the concern of others, that we are moved as they are moved, and are never suffered to be indifferent spectators of almost anything which men can do or suffer. For sympathy must be considered as a sort of substitution by which we are put into the place of another man, and affected in many aspects as he is affected, so that this passion may either partake of the nature of those which regard self-preservation, and turning upon pain may be a source of the sublime, or it may turn upon the ideas of pleasure. And then whatever has been said of the social affectations, whatever they regard society in general, or only of some particular modes of it, may be applicable here. It is by this principle chiefly that poetry, painting, and other affecting arts transfuse their passions from one breast to another, and are often capable of grafting a delight on wretchedness, misery, and death itself. It is a common observation that objects which in the reality would shock are in tragical and such like representations the source of a very high species of pleasure. This, taken as a fact, has been the cause of much reasoning. The satisfaction has been commonly attributed, first, to the comfort we receive in considering that so melancholy a story is no more than a fiction, and next, to the contemplation of our own freedom from the evils which we see represented. I'm afraid it is a practice much too common in inquiries of this nature to attribute the cause of feelings which merely arise from the mechanical structure of our bodies, pay attention, or from the natural frame and constitution of our minds, to certain conclusions of the reasoning faculty on the objects presented to us. For I should imagine that the influence of reason in producing our passions is nothing near so extensive as it is commonly believed. Reductionism. Oh my God, say it again and I will literally time you out if you ask that question again. Materialist angle. Wait, especially the meatballs. What is Zippy talking about? Okay. They got... You literally threatened to cut a mod's nuts off. How fucking stupid are you? Like, that wasn't going to end badly. Yes, yes. Fuck the World War II fighters. Fuck the World War II U.S. military. Exactly, Techno Chris. You get it. Fuck those. Fuck the Allied forces, right? You do understand that the original anti-fascists were literally World War II veterans, right? You get that, right? Oh no, wait, you don't get that. That's the whole point of me doing this satirical, sardonic bit. Is that clearly you are ignorant beyond belief. And I will be reporting as well. Let's see. Threats, harm, and endangerment. Literally threatening genital mutilation. There we go. Submit. There's that. Oh! Interesting. You had relatives that fought. Well, did you know that those relatives are literally referred to in certain parts of Germany still as Antifa? Did you know that those Allied forces were literally the original anti-fascists? That the lineage of Antifa finds its origin in that? Oh, well, if they fought for the Axis, then fuck them. They deserve to die. How's that? There's no reforming Nazis. Done. Techno Chris, somebody has already redeemed 30,000 channel points to make you go away for a minimum of 10 minutes. Congratulations. Who'd you piss off? Elliot. Cat. Yeah, even if they were conscripted, they let their country be ruled by Nazis. So, and they agreed. The arguably moral and ethical thing to do if conscripted by the Nazis is to not fight, to fight against them, join the resistance, or flee. These are the ethical or moral things to do when conscripted by literal Nazis. My great uncle was a conscript from Russia and he died in a riot against his officer. Fuck yeah, Karina. Yeah. Respect. Compel fellow conscripted soldiers to literally just not fire, says Kat. Yeah, like something. Yeah, anti-Antifa is just FA, and FA is fascist. Your relatives were fascists. If they weren't fascists, they fought for fascists. They fired weapons for fascists. Fuck them. Fa, like Antifa, fascist, not pho, as in your favorite dish, Swede. Nobody's knocking pho. You're safe. Caboose, now I'm hungry. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fucking do something tonight. Let me see this tweet. All right, yeah, I don't know. I don't have additional context to that, so. Zippy. Yeah. Like, talk about a day to catch Kion, right? Like, talk about a day. Like, normally I would be far more accommodating to these rubber-headed chuds. Like, they're fucking idiots. But normally I would be far more accommodating and attempt to hold their hand and walk them through some of the logic paths that they need to take. But, you know, it's been an interesting day. And so, yeah. Fuck you, fuck your people, fuck the Axis powers, fuck fascists, fuck Nazis, fuck authoritarians. And if you happen to serve in their in duty of them, even if you were forced into service and you didn't have the common decency to at least form a resistance party inside, or do the common decent thing and put a bullet in your head so at least you're not another willing cog in their machine, then fuck you, you're a fascist too. Right? Like, the options for, hey, an authoritarian fascist regime has come to power and is executing people in mass and committing genocide, and they're going to force you to be a part of it. Get the fuck out. If you can't get the fuck out, then at least be a part of the resistance. And if you can't be a part of the resistance, check the fuck out. Like, I'm not going to be a part of this. These are your options, right? Like, otherwise, you're a willing participant. We have plenty of good spots in Vegas. We have a lot of, Sabotage, do the Beastie Boys thing, right? Dude, the German women that they forced to knit and create, like they forced them to like knit the socks for the German troops, found a way to knit the socks specifically so they would pass quality inspection, but they would fall apart near immediately in the field. They did the same thing for their boots. They did the same thing for their jackets. Be a part of the fucking solution. Oh, Jesus Christ, premarital. Sam, when they came knocking on my door, they want... Oh, Jesus Christ. This idiot again? Done. It's open. Oh, I'm sure something offensive in Arabic. When the American military came knocking on my door, I mean, I've told this story at least twice on the channel. Like, they tried to recruit me a couple of times, and it wasn't successful. And so they resorted to calling my mom and trying to pressure her. And as the story goes, one of my favorite stories that my mom tells, she laughed at him. She laughed at him. And the recruiter got all uppity with her, and, you know, and he started to, you know, well, do you have a problem with the military, ma'am? No, my father served, my brother served, my brother-in-law served. I almost became a nurse in the army. I have no problem with the military. Well, why did you laugh? Because my son hates you. He hung up, and I've never heard from them again. I passed a security clearance check a bunch of years later. So clearly I wasn't blackballed because of that. But yeah, like, just say no. Just like, fuck off. Yeah, and then Cat reply like, you act like we don't. Go woke mom. Yeah, she knew her son. Let's just put it that way. She knew me. And me in boot camp would have been a hilarious thing. There's actually like a window. It's like 45 days or something like that. There's a discharge that's like not honorable, nor is it dishonorable. They call it a separation, and it's due to inability to adapt, and that's what I would have been classified under. Is I would have been done what would have happened is a separation from the service due to inability to adapt. Because, I mean, I'm a fucking anarchist, right? Like, there's just no way around that. I did that, but in my high school, they never came to the house or called, probably because I got tits and bits. Zippy. I'm gonna have to fucking add that to like the list probably. The good news is that all default Discord server bans are IP bans. It's not like Twitch where it has to be escalated by the behind the scenes. If you ban an account on Twitch, that's on Twitch. If you ban an account on Discord, it's automatically an IP ban. So if that dumbass wasn't running a VPN when he spammed the Discord server with that shit, his IP is blocked on Discord now. Yeah. Croatia's thinking about mandatory conscription. There was a bloody war. Everyone I know went through. I'm not getting sucked into the NATO war machine. Not returning to Croatia. Solid work, Sam. It's a way to go. Anybody want to take bets on whether who do we time out? Who the fuck got timed out a while ago? I've already forgotten them. That's how unimportant some of these idiots are to me. Oh, Techno Chris, yeah. I had to scroll up. Anybody want to take any bets on whether they're still here when the timeout ends? Tell you what, let's do it. Start a prediction. Oh, for fuck's sake. Start a prediction. Start a prediction. There you go. $10 minutes. Dirtling. 10 minutes. Well, we've got a prediction going, so you can wager channel points on it. Get your betting fix in. And since I did it, I think mods can participate these days. As long as the mod doesn't set up the prediction, they can participate in the prediction. I think that's the way it works. Don't know. Caboose, probably. It looks like Duffy went with the big bet on yes, and Premarital went with the big bet on no. Yeah, Caboose. It was only a 30-second prediction. I should have left it up longer. But it is what it is. Let's see. Looks like... Let me get a summary here. Yeah, Duffy got in. You're not a real Sam. You'll never know my pain. Okay, premarital. Good to know. Well, what we can do... Hang on, watch this. I think... Give me 1 sec. God damn it. Delete and return points. Start a prediction. Start a prediction. And yes, no. And I will leave this up for 2 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes is enough. Got it. There you go. You've got your points back. So, and it's up again. So there's that. All right. Was there any other headlines that I wanted to cover? No, there weren't. Let me just refresh my feed just in case. Are you shitting me? We're gonna check this really quickly. They changed it. They changed it after they caught heat. Here is... Let's go to the Vice article. Hang on. Here is the Bing results from earlier in the day. Yeah. They're blocking it in China. And they didn't do regional. They did universal. And so it was still blocked in the US. And they got caught doing it. And so after they got caught doing it, oh, look what's back on the US side. Uh-huh. When China collapses and these corporations start moving assets, don't forget shit like this, motherfuckers. Don't forget shit like this. That Disney went full racist and like told like John Bodega or whatever to put his fucking mask on so they don't have to see his black face because the Chinese audience is racist as fuck. And Microsoft is censoring Tiananmen Square shit for them. Remember who was doing what when. Yeah, NBA too. Fuck the NBA. Did Cat unionize you, degens? I don't even get why tankies defend China as if it's not capitalist. Fuck me. They've got more billionaires than anybody else now. I don't understand the tanky idiots, but they are what they are. Yeah, sure. Okay, so was there anything else? She did? Oh, good for her. All right, does anybody remember Crystal Kaiser? She was the sex trafficking victim who killed her abuser and they convicted her of murder. Yes, she's black. She's young too. She was 17 when she killed her abuser. All right. She was not even 18 at that point. She was a fucking sex trafficking victim. And at 17, she had enough. And she handled business. And they fucking convicted her. And she just won her appeal. She won her appeal. There's no way prosecution's going to take this any further. I don't see that happening. So the appeal has overturned her conviction. She's free and clear. Good on her, though. Jesus Christ. What state was that? I forget what state that was. Hang on. Of course. It's Wisconsin. It's Milwaukee. It's fucking Wisconsin. They've had an issue with those Republican right-wing idiots for a little bit. So I think... Let me just check something here. Go to my mod view. Yeah. All right. Choose prediction outcomes. Choose outcome. No. They will not still be around. And complete the prediction. There you go. The timeout is officially over. So let me see the details. Get the summary of that one. No was the overwhelming vote anyway. God damn it, stop that. It looks like, I mean, there was a fairly even distribution. But yeah, RV was the big winner with 66,041 points won, but it was a fairly large bet to start with. The odds were in the no's favor. Wait, hang on. Looking to see if anybody worked both sides. No. All right. Sorry, Karina, Wither, and Duffy. Dismiss. Okay, you can't. Well, that's no fun. It's half of betting. Playing the odds on both sides. It was you, Karina. Yeah, I believe it was you. Hang on. Let me just get a summary again. It was you. Yeah. Ripped the last bastion of my points. Ah, well. They're just fake internet points anyway, and we've got plenty of people in the community who will fucking spend points for you as well if you want something done. God knows I can... Yeah. My alt can always... The house always wins. If he comes back, that's a different thing entirely, but... You don't need to be timed out for that, Duffy. Rev. Oh, Breen. I can put that on, I can put that on a channel command. I can put any of our stuff on channel commands. So it doesn't have to have points. We can bypass the point system entirely. I can actually, utilizing the bot, I can create an economy of points separate from the Twitch system. It's not as tightly integrated, but y'all can bet them between each other. You can transfer them. I can give you money. Like, I can give you the points. All sorts of stuff. Like, I can literally create a separate point economy for the channel using the bot. I've never turned any of it on, but yeah. Oh yeah, Rev, you actually can. Like, I could create a UBI of points. Yeah, that's a thing I could do. I'll think about it this weekend. RV 120,000. My cell phone alt that I monitor the channel off of has 224,000. So. Yeah, here, let me pull the bot open really quickly. And currency, there we go. Where are my settings for this? All right, technically that's on. Now, let's see. Where is... We'll just do... let me flip it around the other way. There we go. Edit. Points. Let's just say... All right. Okay, cool. Hey, Rev, type exclamation points in chat and hit enter. This is specifically for Rev. I want to see something. Yep, there you go. Rev has 10,000 points. I distributed some currency out, as it were. Interesting. Yeah, I can create an entire, like, on raid, on follow, live payouts, offline payouts, sub bonuses, moderator bonuses, sub gifts. Let's see. Yeah. So, yeah. V-Man is capybara pilled. Attaboy. Attaboy. Beat you to the punch again, Vosh. But, attaboy. Cappy. Alright, so... Poll, betting, there's even... Oh, Jesus Christ. There's mini-game options, even. Like, there's duels and shit like that. I'm gonna have to figure some of this out. Like, there's a lot of features built in by default. But Rev is still gonna be my test account with 10,000, so feel special. Oh, I haven't turned on the duels or anything like that. Minigames, duel. The duel command is exclamation challenge. I have no idea what it does. Just know that. It's exclamation challenge, and I have no idea the command structure either. It's time to duel. I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Jones here for Proudly
It's
Radical.
probably try the
Client
challenge
from back in
alone.
The old days. Shit, I probably shouldn't talk about that. Wait, why are you still recording? Fine. Just be sure to edit it out. Anyways, as I was saying, well, this is Alex Jones, and I just wanted to teach the proletariat a few things about anarchism. Anarchism isn't about chaos.
Like I said, I don't know.
It's quite the opposite.
It's the first time I've ever turned it on.
Anarchism is about the people. It's about solidarity and mutual aid. It's about removing unjust authority and hierarchies. We should all be anarchists. The world would be a better place. Now, I'm going to apologize again to all those parents whose lives I ruined because I'm such a douchebag. Jones, out. All right, Kai, this has got to make us even for that incident you helped me out with.
Rev, try the exclamation challenge command. If you haven't already. That's fucking there. All right, then I don't know. Let me just try it myself and see what happens. Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything behind the scenes either. Console. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'll have to figure it out. I've never turned any of those features on. So I'm going to turn the dual back off. And I'm going to turn the points back off, the currency off as well, for the time being, till I get it figured out. Yeah, Cassidy got that one in and it still doesn't do anything. So don't know. We'll play around with it though. I'll give it a look and see if we want those feature sets. Either way, Jesus Christ, it has been a mildly irritating night, I have to say. Mildly irritating day, I have to say. But let's see, what time is it? It's 7:35. Do y'all want to do bad movie night early tonight? Like, we could call this, and then I could get a bunch of food started, because I gotta cook rice and get shit. Like, yeah, like we could start bad movie night a little earlier tonight. All right, then I think that's probably what we'll do. What is it, John? What's John up to right now? Jesus Christ, John. John's on like 10-hour stream. Holy fuck, people. Fuck it. It's an insane stream, but yes, movies, ASPP, sure, I'm already ready anyways. I passed the exam. Oh, rock on, Sam. Good on ya. I got 3 hours of sleep, says Duffy. All right, rock on, public. We're doing Birdemic 2 and one of the Neil Breen movies, so it's going to be a really bad movie night. It's going to be good. There's a limited chance I'll be able to stream. Well, it is what it is, public. Wither asked me fucking another time about apple pie, but, yeah. Had to dip to make Debber. Well, Zippy, we're gonna, join us for Bad Movie Night on the Discord server. We're gonna do it a little earlier tonight. I'm gonna, dip out. It's an early stream for me, either way. I will, no, he didn't, Zippy. Yeah, premarital. Raid, everyone jump ship. Yeah. All right. Catch y'all later. I'll see you over on the Discord server if you're joining us for Bad Movie Night. Yeah, let's go raid John.